And here we have Pussycat, which looks nothing like a pussycat. Why is it called that?
Because it always lands on its feet.
Oh, I see. Very clever. And you got disqualified from the last wars, didn't you, because of your circular saw, which blew up?
Yeah, it blew up.
And are you safe for these wars?
Yeah, it bends before it breaks.
Ah, good. But please go easy on my friend Millian Bug.
Yeah, we'll try to.
Yeah, he's got war in his eyes.
From Gloucester, seed number 19, Pussycat.
The new electric-powered circular blade will certainly mean it's meow, wow, wow for opponents of the Cat team. Captain Alan Gribble hand-painted the aluminium and polycarbonate shell. Well, this was the problem last time around. They got all the way to the heat final against Scutter's Revenge. They were mobile, they had the running mechanism, but they had the illegal hardened steel blade which shattered. It could have been dangerous. You can see it was dangerous, and they were disqualified because of that.
Hi, I'm David Gribble. I'm the driver of Pussycat and the best driver known to Robot Wars.
Hi, I'm Rob Bettington. I designed Pussycat's blade and control it.
Hi, I'm Al Gribble, father of Dave and the builder of Pussycat. This here is a caster, and Pussycat normally uses this to run on. In a normal running situation, she runs like this. We get 24 brake horsepower generated in the wheels, and this can accelerate with the power of a small motorcycle. And wheelie, like this.
Roboteers, stand by.
Here's Pussycat with Alan Gribble, Robert Bettington and David Gribble. Millian Bug with the family team from Leeds, the Warrens. And Reptirron from Gloucestershire, Gordon and Stuart Townley, the brothers.
3, 2, 1, activate.
A lot of people thought Pussycat unlucky last time around. Let's see what the improvements have done. Immediately on the attack on Reptirron then. And again, oh! And they've caused major damage there. I think they've severed the fuel lines to the circular saw blade they have. Look at that fuel spewing out all over the arena floor. There are torches in there. You can see the flames in the background. I think we're going to have fire later on. Thank goodness there's a special bulletproof, shatterproof glass wall around the arena to keep all the damage in. Immediately on the attack again on Reptirron. And Pussycat means business and already has the talons out. It's all over for Reptirron, and there are the flames. The sergeant. And Pussycat now to take on Millian Bug. They want no survivors here. They may have 9 lives. They want to ensure no one else has any. And Millian Bug's lost the wheel hub there. Off the back of the bug. Still articulating. Very articulate Millian Bug. I'm not too sure what that means, by the way, but don't tell the team. But look at this. Reptirron on fire. That's the rep pot coming in for a closer look. Millian Bug trying to get a little piece of the action, which is ill-advised, really. If I was Jeff Warren, I'd get that team out of there, out of danger. Because look at Pussycat, rocking and rolling. The ref bot just cooling the flames down on Reptirron. We know that Reptirron's out. This is just in the name of mayhem here. That shunt pushing Millian Bug. And the sergeant. Poor old Reptirron. First time for the Townley brothers in Robot Wars, and it all ended so quickly for them. They're on fire. We knew they would be. But the blade has lasted. And I think Pussycat could go a long way in Robot Wars. Onto the arena floor flipper then for Reptirron. Oh, get out of the way, Sergeant. We want to see it flown through the air, yes.
Cease.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Reptirron torched and unceremoniously flipped. Millian Bug and Pussycat, they go through.
How's your cutter working okay? Because I know it exploded last time. Fine?
Absolutely perfect.
And strategy?
Strategy? Go in and kill him.
Robochicken, all their plans come home to roost. Jason Snow, Farron White and Alec Dick. There's the Pussycat team with the 9 lives. Alan Gribble, Robert Beddington, David Gribble.
Activate.
Similarities between the two. You may not think many, but there are, you know. When my mum cooks chicken, it tends to taste like cat. She's watching. There goes my Sunday lunch. Bouncing in on the front flipper blade of Robochicken, which is bent, but holding on. Now the cat has that sort of inherent self-righting technique, more than a mechanism, more than a shrimek. All cats can land on their feet, as they said earlier on in the programme. The blade just buffeting, but not causing great damage at the moment. Robochicken, a lot braver than we thought, but something's gone there. Oh, hi, what's happened? Oh, well, Pirates might have been given an old crack of the lash. But the lashes have gone here. It's the eyelashes of the chicken that have gone. And the eye. Only one. One remains. Give it a pair of specs, someone, if anyone's got any. The only contacts we're seeing here, contacts of metal on metal. And the Robochicken, well, hardly feathers, you know what I mean. Dented. Oh, which came first, the chicken or the egg brain that devised all that? Oh dear, battered. And you get the sense that Pussycat is just like a cat with a mouse almost, waiting to come in for the kill. Onto the arena walls, hard push here. You see good driving by Pussycat. And in fact, the blade is clutched into the side of the Robochicken, into the flanks. The beak just nods almost forlornly. There's the blade of Pussycat. Shards spin away onto the toughened glass side walls of the arena. Excruciating now for Robochicken. In towards Kill-A-Lot. Oh, that won't help, really, will it? Got a great pair of shears, if you like, to do the carving. There's Kill-A-Lot. And the lance as well. Go on, give it a bit of a lance. We like chicken kebab on the programme. Which way does the chicken go here? Towards the pit, I fear. Oh, onto the arena flipper. And from the floor of the arena, we'll see flying chicken. But we're not flying tonight, we're frying tonight. If only they could drag the chicken towards the barbecue pits. In comes Shunt. As far as Robochicken's concerned, they're all out of luck. And it's the Pussycat who goes for it.
Well, the cat gets the cream, but Robochicken has to cluck off. The winner is Pussycat. Come on out, lads. Well, the Pussycat boys, you've got the cream. It's like a great big loving tonight on Robot Wars. Look at this, look at this. Right, let him put him down. Was you driving?
Yes, I was.
What was your game plan? Because it looked at first, though, he was quite a tough robot, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one of the toughest we've come across so far.
That saw's unusual, that sort of circular blade. What's that?
Designed by Robert, the weapon man.
You designed the weapon? Yeah, but it seems to be better than the normal circular saws, because it can rip things a bit more, can't it? Shred it.
Bigger surface area for the impact, so it tends to launch stuff instead of cut through it.
A bigger surface area for the impact? Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Pussycat!
Oh, that was great fun. Just what Robot Wars should be about, Pussycat and Robochicken. It's Pussycat, they go through to meet Razer, of course, in the final. The number 3 seeds against the number 19 seeds. That should be some battle, I'll tell you.
Now we'll see what damage we really got. Very little, I think. The motor's red hot.
Is it?
I mean, red hot.
Robert, you're having a quiet moment. I don't want to disturb you, but what are you thinking?
I'm just praying that we can beat Razer.
They are quite an awesome feat to face, aren't they?
Definitely.
So we're praying that we're going to win. Is there anything else we should be looking out for?
Well, we've now sharpened the two teeth on the blade properly with the angle grinders. Because before we were doing it with a power file, and this should now do the job properly.
From Bournemouth, seed number 3, Razer.
Ian Lewis, team captain, design engineer on the right, Simon Scott in the middle, and Vincent Blood, a horticulturist on the left.
Gloucester, seed number 19, Pussycat.
The team captain, Alan Gribble, there on the right, runs an engineering business.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
This for a place in the series semi-final. I think it would have graced the grand final. I think this is a terrific battle here. The squeezability of Razer, the blade of Pussycat. Razer on the attack immediately. What's happened here? Razer, I think, is stuck on the arena wall. Oh no, not again. This time it's not the arm which caused the problems in the last series. I think there's a problem here with the direction of Razer. Have a look again. On the attack. Certainly buffeting Pussycat, but then onto the arena wall. You can see the back wheels are still moving. I think they're stuck here in forward drive, and they cannot get off the arena sidewall. Which means they're open for attack from Pussycat. Who's having kittens now? It's not the cat, it's the Razer boys. And I don't think Ian Lewis can do anything about this at all. Does the back arm look bent as well on Razer? I don't think the cutting blade of Pussycat, the claws of the cat can do any problem. They've given up here. They know it's all over. Oh, what a shot for the number 3 seeds. This is a major Robot Wars development and a real upset. The number 19 boys, the 19th seeded Pussycat team, expelled from the last series, are heading through here. Look at Shunt coming in. Oh, and part of the wheel bearings, I think they are, something to do with the wheels have come out of Razer. To me, the pit yawns deep. They know it. What a stunner for the Razer team. Nothing they can do now. They've left the controls and they've left Razer to the jaws of dead metal and to the despondency, the pit of despair. Dead metal carrying around the carcass of Razer into the pit. Now, how much is that pussy in the window? Pussycat's value soars.
Well, one of the biggest shocks of the war so far. Razer are out. The Pussycat's still got his 9 lives and he's through to the series semi-final. Come on, lads. Well, you heard the lads. That is an awesome weapon.
It surely is.
But, how did you immobilise it? You knocked the wheel off it or something, didn't you?
Well, in the end, we knocked the back wheel off, but they were a sitting target. We just decimated them.
I mean, I was gutted for them at the back because it's such a pretty robot.
It's
that
a
one,
gorgeous
isn't it?
robot, but we were frightened stupid of it.
You must have been scared when you got drawn against it.
Oh, yeah.
You've come up trumps, lads.
Well,
everyone now is running scared of that peculiar saw.
We can do it.
Well done, young man.
Yeah. Pretty good, isn't it?
All right, well.
Pussycat have made it through. They've got 9 lives left. They did very, very well in the heats. Now, this works according to Newton's second law, apparently, which is what?
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
And how does that apply to the robot?
What that means for Pussycat is that when the wheel turns to drive Pussycat forwards, the robot tries to turn in the opposite direction, and that's how when we're lying down we can flip ourselves back up.
It's very impressive. And this here is the self-confessed best driver on Robot Wars. You did well so far. Let's meet the opposition.
From Gloucester, seed number 19, Pussycat.
This team is in its 4th wars. Robin Herrick, the captain, now joining up after missing the heats. The circular blade could mean the cat slitter here will be made up of opposition metal and machinery.
Hi, we're Team Cold Fusion. Today we're joined by Robin Herrick, our team captain. These are the guys we've taken out so far. We've taken out Razer, Reptirron, Milliambug and Robochicken. We're fighting Thermidor next. It'll make a nice change to have lobster.
Stand by.
There's Pussycat, now with the team captain Robin Herrick there in the middle. Young David Gribble, the driver, and Thermidor 2. David Harding on the right, Ian Harvey at the controls, Eli Kirkpatrick's 12.
2, 1, activate.
Tested Thermidor 2 in the kitchen at home. Pussycat, we've seen beat Razer. Pussycat, though, at the moment, flipped over by Thermidor 2 once and twice. It's not just the claws here, it is that front flipper on Thermidor 2, and look at the damage sustained there for Pussycat, coming down and again just tossed up in the air here like a cat on a hot tin roof. Pussycat comes down. All that business about Newton's law, I thought it was when an apple fell out of a tree. This is Pussycat falling out of the air onto the arena floor. There's the ref bot coming in for a little glance. You may have noticed around the necks of the Pussycat boys pieces of rubber strung. Trophies of war, pieces of Razer, collected, strung up, put round their necks as a grisly reminder of previous success. But at this moment in time, I'd say Thermidor 2 just about on top against Robin Herrick's team. Is it now time for Pussycat to come back, trying to sever the claws there with that circular blade? And look at the damage here, slicing in to the very head of the lobster. A great gash appears, dented down the spine as well. And a worry for the Thermidor 2 boys. David Harding, an electronic engineer, Ian Harvey, an automatic inserter. Young Eli's at Heartsea School. Come from Norwich. The Pussycat boys from Gloucester, trying to chase them home though. Pussycat again with a circular blade. Outermost. Powered by electronic motors. Ooh, and they came back strongly. This will go to the judges. And I wonder whether the damage sustained by Thermidor 2 at the end will prove too costly.
Well, the judges have made a decision. Remember, they're looking at style, control, damage and aggression. And in their wisdom, they've gone for Pussycat! Sorry, guys. Well, you're not far away from the grand final, lad. You just got to keep it up. You started off really slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, were you worried there at any stage?
He's a good opponent.
I must admit, I did underestimate it, and I wish I didn't now.
You've still got all your 9 lives, though.
They're the first guys to damage us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
well, go
good.
make some repairs and we'll see you in the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Pussycat team!
Well, he said it himself. He reckons he's the best driver on Rebel Wars. We will wait and see. You're up against Dominator now.
Trying to attack him from the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull his power link out.
That's the plasma nitride coated titanium boys you were talking about.
I don't think so. I think that's steel because magnets don't stick to that stuff.
Ooh, there's a spy in the team.
Well,
I can't believe it's not plasma nitride coated titanium. I've said that so many times.
but it don't go rusty either.
All right, let's go and look at that rust heap he's talking about, shall we?
Yeah.
From Gloucester, seed number 19, Pussycat.
Will they be kittens or will they show their claws, Pussycat?
From Huntingdon, Dominator 2.
Will they survive the war of words and have the last laugh?
Robochicken, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Watch out for David Gribble, the driver of Pussycat. He's won over 40 trophies for Aikido. He's a mean machine in himself, and Pussycat on the attack. And driving, look at that, very, very simple tactics. Go for the new tyres, shred them, and Dominator 2 would be out. Certainly, Peter Halloway, Chris Hall, and Paul Tolliday, the Dominator 2 team, will be aware of that now. But can they do anything about it? What they can do is drive that bi-wedge in underneath Pussycat. Try and force the cat back onto the arena wall. But Pussycat holding the centre of the arena at the moment, and again trying to get the blade in play. Blade against axe. Variety of weapons throughout this series. Matilda, the sparks fly as the house robot comes in. And Pussycat is in Matilda's lair in the CPZ. Back comes Matilda with the tusks, and Dominator 2 on the attack, and Dominator 2 on top of the moment perhaps, after the bright start by Pussycat. Can David, the student, now get that blade against the tyres? Well, it was a broadside attack. And whatever the shell, plasma nitride coated titanium, rust, doesn't matter. At the moment it's withstanding any sort of pressure from Pussycat. Again they try the tyres. It's an awfully tiring semi-final battle so far. The shell very nearly lifted off Dominator 2. And that was significant, and you can hear the slamming. And that could be the telling assault that earns Pussycat a place in the series final. Can they finish Dominator 2 off? Will we again go to the judges? And suddenly they've sliced in there, look, to the back of Dominator 2's shell. And this has been a wonderful, wonderful series for Dominator 2. But I think it's come to an end right there. Pussycat, they think they've won it. Dominator 2 look pensive. Busy night for the judges. But Dominator 2 had started so strongly with the plasma nitride thingy, whatever. Pussycat survived the attack, came back, and surely that's the most decisive moment of that battle. Surely that is when Pussycat won a place in the series final.
Well, the judges have made the decision, and based on damage and aggression, the cat still got the cream. They've gone for Pussycat! Yes! That blade on the front of your cat, that's not a Pussycat, that's a lion. It roars.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, it would wreck the wheels, almost had the rubber out of its shell.
They almost had us out of the ring.
Yeah,
They're a good opponent.
It was a good fight. Two equally matched robots. It's one of the best fights I've seen in ages.
It was a good fight.
When you're through to the final, guys, you're through to the final. You could go all the way.
Yes,
you know. Are you excited?
Definitely.
Well, we'll see you in the grand final, Robot Wars. Let's hear it for Pussycat.
The Pussycat team is seeded 19th. It's phenomenal that they've got to where they are, but you need to go into that arena in a minute and do more damage. We've got the scalps here, everyone they've taken out, apart from Dominator. Now, I want to talk tactics, because you've drawn up against Hypno-Disc, and my God, I wouldn't like to be you.
This is the moment of truth.
It is, isn't it?
And we're going to cream him.
Still confident as ever. We love this man's enthusiasm.
We're going to kill him.
Of course you are.
And if we don't, we'll go out fighting.
From Gloucester, seed number 19, Pussycat.
They believe that circular blade generated by a 24 brake horsepower motor can cause real damage. Don't forget they've beaten Razer, and the aluminium and polycarbonate design will stay firm, says David Gribble. I won't quibble.
Roboteers, stand by.
Hypno-Disc with Dad Ken and the twins Dave and Derek. Spin to win, that's our motto, says Ken. Here's Pussycat, Alan Gribble. They're on the right, son David at controls. Robin Herrick, team overseer.
Activate.
Pussycat immediately on the attack. Look at that blade. Oh, something's come off there. Hypno-Disc straight away. It's caused damage to Hypno-Disc straight away. I think it caused damage to one of the wheels. I'm not too sure. Let's see if one of those wheels is locked up. Pussycat with their powerful circular blade. The saw blade causing damage to Hypno-Disc. There it was to the rear wheel arch. And I think one of those wheels is locked up. That's why Hypno-Disc can't drive. Now if Pussycat can push them into that CPZ, yes, the house robots can take over. They can attack once the machine goes into their corner. The corner patrol zone and shunt is causing damage to Hypno-Disc. Will that aluminium and mild steel shell now withstand damage from the house robots? This is a real shock in the making. I can't quite believe it. No one really gave Pussycat a prayer against Hypno-Disc, and they are stuck. That wheel is not moving, and look at that. That's damage to the enormously powerful blade of Hypno-Disc, and it's stopped working. The blade has been immobilized. There is no weaponry. There is little movement for Hypno-Disc. One wheel on your wagon. Around in ever-decreasing circles, I'm afraid. For Hypno-Disc, what a surprise this is! Killalot has come in, and Killalot and the house robots have long awaited this moment. There are a few scores to settle for Hypno-Disc. They've been brilliant competitors, I think, the Rose family. Great sports throughout, but they're out of it. Well, that's a typical sporting gesture from the Rose family. Alan Gribble, Robin Herrick and David Gribble are through. Do not quibble with the Gribbles.
Cease.
Well, would you believe it? Hypno-Disc is in the pits. Pussycat roars again. Pussycat go through. What were you feeling going into that battle?
We were terrified. We were terrified.
I can't believe you've done it. I mean, it was the odds-on favourite.
I know. Like Rob, our ever weapons man, he said that the blade will bend before it breaks, and he's right. It's
So, you through?
We're through.
If you can take out Hypno-Disc, you can take out anyone.
And we're gonna.
And you're going to. That's what I like.
We are
More
gonna.
confidence.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pussycat!
David! Oh, I've got to give you a hug. That was the most thing ever. Well done. Nothing can stop you now. Team! What have you got to say for yourself?
wow.
I couldn't believe it.
We can't still. Unbelievable. We took out his rear drive, but we bent our blade. Would you believe we bent our lovely blade?
We need that blade.
We've got another.
We got another.
We had our blade spinning, and they had their blade spinning, and the two met, and there was a big bang, and
I heard that.
something went wrong with us, but
You are through. One more fight, team. One more fight. I'm going to take you to the pits right now, and I'm going to help you work on that robot. Let's go.
From Ipswich, seed number 1 and reigning champion, Chaos 2.
Can they become the first to successfully defend the title? George Francis on the left, Ian Swan on the right with son Richard.
From Gloucester, seed number 19, Pussycat.
The challengers, brainchild of Robin Herrick there in the middle, Alan Gribble on the right and son David on the left.
Teams stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Two of the best drivers in Robot Wars history, young David, and of course George Francis, Pussycat with the blade, Chaos 2 with the flipper, even Stephen so far. Pussycat manoeuvres to come in on an attack, no dodges. There's David Gribble at the controls on the right, a student. Wants to work in special effects, and the effect of Chaos 2's flipper is to lift Pussycat up and over once and twice. Tumbles onto its side. Rights itself. Aggressive work here from Chaos 2. Learning its lesson from a nervy battle against Stinger. Again on the attack, flipping Pussycat up and over. Chaos 2 could be on the way here to defending the Robot Wars Grand title. Pussycat upended, comes smashing down again. You can see the damage it's causing to the arena floor there. Look at the sawdust everywhere on the arena floor. In underneath, Pussycat again on its side. Chaos, theory, no fact, says one of the banners. Chaos 2, oh, suddenly gets wedged there. On our own arena floor flipper. This is the ref cam on the ref bot. Just judging to see if there's any foul play. At the moment, though, it's the kitty cat on the attack. What on earth was that came off? Look at this, something went very high. It was off the back of Chaos 2. I think it was only superficial. It was. Chaos 2 in underneath Pussycat. Chaos 2 has had a bumping now and a bruising. George Francis tentative at the controls. And it's Pussycat now on the upper and certainly finishing this stronger. I wonder if that was damage then to Chaos 2, because it certainly seems to have lost a little bit of its manoeuvrability, its speed across the arena floor, and I think Chaos 2 is damaged here. Pussycat's on its side, both of them limping, war, weary, veterans of battle after battle after battle scar. There is something wrong with Pussycat's blade. It is not working. That's why they can't really right themselves as quickly as they have been before. Chaos 2, one last full frontal assault. Now senses victory is nigh. Oh, and very nearly got Pussycat up and out of the arena. Look at that. It would have been the third time in these wars that Chaos 2 has lifted an opponent up and clear away out of the arena. Also smashed into one of our cameras, as we heard earlier, and now pushes Pussycat into the CPZ. Chaos 2 will have to get away from Shunt. Do or die there, wasn't it really? It's death or glory for these two now. Pussycat, the weapon immobilised. George Francis, has he won it? Or has it gone to the Pussycat boys? Up in their control pod. Robin Herrick there in the middle, Alan and David Gribble, unaware of their fate. It's gone to the judges.
What a fantastic battle, worthy of a Robot Wars Grand Final. Let's have a look at some of the highlights.
After so many battles, it comes to this. Chaos 2 on the offensive, tossing Pussycat around the arena floor. But then Pussycat came back and caused superficial damage to Chaos 2 before finally having its blade immobilised. The title, it comes down to this.
Judges have scored this on style, control, damage, and aggression. Chaos 2 have won on all points. Chaos 2 are the Robot Wars Grand Champion! Guys, you've done tremendously well. Tremendously well. You made it to the finals of Robot Wars.
I'm happy with that.
You're happy with that?
Yeah.
And you're going to come back next time?
We'll be back next
You're going to try
time.
and go one better, aren't you?
They'll be ours.
Let's hear for the Pussycat Pussy!